Helps if I turn my microphone on. Okay, not that I've ever done that before. Konnichiwa, hello. I don't remember them all now. I had this really great idea how to greet you in almost every language. Good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever your time zone is. I am the Island Oasis project scripter. I also work side by side with Damien in between different kinds of projects. Some of the projects that I work on, most of the projects that I work on, are huge amounts of time and resources and stuff like that. Not really resources. Well, yeah, I do got to do a lot of resource. I got to do a lot of research and looking up stuff, but big stuff, like an entire system for a sim, where everything's working together. I'm currently working on a game combat system that IO owns. Hopefully it'll be done pretty soon. I'm also going to be working on pets and a few other, some pets and ad board and a few other bigger, kind of like, bigger projects, so to speak. I guess what it is the pets will be playable. They'll be able to follow people. You can command them. The ad boards, you're going to have kind of memory saving on them. So they're going to be, one of the biggest issues that I run into as being a scripter is you have all this code and you have all this information, and I got to be able to put it somewhere. And so the new ad board idea that I came up with is going to do that. The pets, same thing. Owners, it'll keep the owners and all the data. It'll store all that information. I know it kind of probably sounds a little bit boring, but these kinds of projects that I'm discussing really takes a lot of time to work on, and I specifically work on those. And the other thing that I'm going to be working on that I didn't have in my note card here, I'm trying to see if I put it down. Nope, I didn't. It's going to be some games for events. I currently have a trivia game that I kind of been working with and letting people use. I'm going to be working on Guess My Number game, where a group of people can start playing on certain, everybody in the group can actually play, and it'll have a bunch of levels. It'll have a payout option. It'll have prizes possibly. I'm thinking about doing it either where the owner can actually pick two options from the main menu. I'm going to do a hangman, where you guys can all sit around, guess letters and stuff like that until the phrase or the word comes up. What other game was I going to work on? A puzzle game. And this puzzle game is going to be kind of like Scramble. It's going to be a board that comes up, and you'll have to type in letters, and you'll see them pop up on the screen, and then you'll have to move them, and then you'll have to like match words and stuff like that. So that'll be a fun one, and that'll be a multi-group, multiplayer type game as well. So some new things will be coming out. I have been absent for a little short while. I had some technical difficulties, so a lot of the projects that I've been working on have been put on hold. The combat system is getting closer and closer to completion. The NPCs are working. They're properly shooting. They're ducking. They're working really well. But when an avatar gets shot by by an NPC, or you shoot the actual NPC, the sim kind of slows down. So I'm kind of working on that right now. I had to fix prims to resolve that, because for some reason when the bullets hit a wall, hit a avatar, the bullets were saying, hey, let's just not die, let's not disappear. So it was having little bit glitches. I've had a couple people come over and help me test. Steve is one of them. He's also a mentor who's not here. But he comes over and helps. So hopefully pretty soon I'll be having an event opening up, hopefully within the next couple weeks, where we can all kind of test the combat system out. If you guys would be interested, there'll be two types of gameplay. There'll be objectives. You kind of run around, try to do the objectives, another team, other players, of course. will try to defend and stop you from getting those objectives, or vice versa, however you want to play it. Or you'll have the actual play against the computer. You'll have multiple levels. You'll have a time that you have to complete the entire thing. And then finally, when it's all said and done, my biggest thing that I really want to get done is some kind of award, for winning. For the NPCs, there will be a HUD you will wear. It'll count all your kills and your stuff like that. How many times did you die and how many times did you get killed? And then it'll, based off of that score, one of the servers on the sim will send you any kind of prizes as you win as an individual player. Whereas playing as the team defending and team attacking, that's going to be kind of a group thing. So in the spawns, whichever team wins, whoever's in that spawn basically will be able to get the prize that will show up over there. That's the idea anyways. Basically, the prizes are probably going to be more than likely combat stuff, combat-related stuff for the sim, and upgrades. For example, like you might start off with a basic weapon, a gun, and you'll go around and you'll shoot and shoot and shoot. But later on, you might unlock a grenade launcher, you might unlock a rocket launcher, some other really nifty little weapons, or maybe some gear or something to look more the part. So that's all going to be stuff that I work on later. Right now I'm just trying to get the basic combat system down really good and working smooth enough so that way we don't experience any kind of lag or issues. So those are the kind of current projects that I'm working on. What else? The ad board. My new ad board that I thought of, that started on last night. It'll work much like the rental boxes do, but instead of coming by and clicking them, and you have to do that every week, you'll have to come in and put money down on them, and whatever this price will be set at, and you can buy more. Meaning, if you come by and you put down 7 days, you buy it for your first week, and then you're like, you know what? I want to double that. I want to pay for 2 more weeks. It'll automatically log that. And it's going to save all that information as you being the renter of that ad board, and it's going to write all that data to the note card. So if the sim ever crashes, if there's ever an issue, all the data will be stored to the note card. When the script or the sim comes back up, it'll reread that new data, put it all back in, and it won't lose any of the information. So that's going to be the ticket there. One other project that came to my attention that I'm kind of putting at the end of my list is NPC models, vendors. And I'll kind of explain what this will be. This project specifically is going to be for clothing designers, for people that make avatar attachments, something that an avatar would model. Okay, it'll work like a normal vendor, but it'll be 3-dimensional. You as the owner will be, let's say I made 4 outfits, whatever I like to make characters. I know Froggy likes to make characters. I know some other clothing designers. So I made, let's say, four characters. Well, basically what I want this thing to do is I want to wear character 1, click the item, let it load. Wear character 2, click the item, let it load. Once it's all done loading, I want to be able to set it all up so a user can come by and click some arrows, and it'll res model number 1 as an NPC. It'll look just like it'll be a real avatar standing there. I haven't decided on how I want to do the animations, because you may want it to maybe show walking, what it would look like if you made a dress, and you got the flexi prims. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to really do that, but we can maybe work on something with a HUD attachment for it. But anyways, the idea is so that way all your 4 or 5 different outfits that I currently just made would display as a 3D model. Basically, the one NPC would res and show the item that I want to sell. So if it was a transforming avatar or one of my crazy little robots or something like that, that's what it would show. And then when I click the button again, that one would disappear and a new one would pop up. And then down below will be a picture, of course, of the actual sales image with a price and stuff like that. So that's the idea of the NPC vendor. I don't know if it's possible yet, but after kind of sitting back and having a discussion with actually Sierra about it, I think it might be very possible. So that'll be the very last thing on the list, but the next item that'll be out for sale in the script shop and at my store. So I think that's all I pretty much had for right now. I will turn it back over to Sugar and Damien.
Thank you, Sub. Next person coming up now is going to be Damien.